Welcome back, everybody. We love to see plant pro from Barton Springs Nursery, Zander Caruso, get fired up about greenery, and he's here to talk to us today about what he calls a miracle plant for Austin, Yaupon or Yaupon, whichever way you pronounce it, holly. Lots of it here in the studio, and we're here to talk about it. Zander, good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to have you as always.
Yes.
So I'm not going to say the scientific name yet because it's going to throw people off.
Yes.
But Yaupon Holly, let's talk about some of its traits, because when I was looking at where it can be grown, I was like, well, that's the whole range.
Yeah. So this is a plant native to Texas, spans east all the way up until the hill country. So you can consider it, if you're out east, almost as like a swamp plant where it'll multi-trunk if it's in a ton of water. And here, very dry climate, not a lot of rainfall, very humid. It will work out almost in any situation you put it. It's very few known diseases for it as well. So I like to sell this plant to folks as a replacement for boxwoods. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't like it because it's a little scrappier, it's a little bit twiggier. However, it is what I would call a miracle plant because it's almost indestructible. I very rarely see these things die, and they are native throughout our greenbelts. You'll see them in the woods. Today, I have all male cultivars, so they do not have the berries, but in the wild, the female cultivars and the native species will have red berries.
I was going to say, I saw beautiful red berries.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Amazing for wildlife.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a food source for wildlife. It is not a food source for humans, but
yes, we
can work with it.
Yes, we can. So several companies in the past few years I've seen pop up with the leaves. If you take the foliage of the plant and dry it out, you can turn it to a tea. It's the only plant native to North America with caffeine in its foliage.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. So if you're going supernatural.
Yes, this is a great
Not
option.
supernatural, supernatural.
Yes.
Then this might be a good choice for you. Let's talk about some of the options that you brought for us today, because I do see some physical, especially when you consider things like these two.
Yes. So we have a lot of guests at our nursery who want something very cylindrical. Mm-hmm. Fastigiate is the word. It just means the branches go vertical.
Fastigiate, yes. Oh, I love when I learn new words from you.
And so over here we have the skyline holly. This is a completely columnar holly, get about 12 to 15 feet, and is just a column. It's wonderful.
Well, it makes me think of those, we've talked about this before, Italian cypress.
Yeah.
Which are really hard to keep happy and alive.
They don't live here.
They don't live here. You can try really hard, but these kind of have a similar look.
Yes, they do. So this is a really great replacement for that, or people want sky pencil holly. Skyline and skyward, which is to my left, are your sort of fastigiate columnar varieties that'll get about 10 to 15 feet tall or 12 to 15 feet tall, depending on your soil. And the skyward will come out a little bit wider, and the skyline will stay more columnar and compact.
Okay, skyward, skyline.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
A little confusing, but of course we can come and talk to the plant pros
you can.
at Barton Springs Nursery.
Yeah,
Okay, talk to me about what I'm looking at
and
here.
So on the table we have a standard dwarf, which is about 3 to 5 feet tall. They call this one Nana. Most commonly found is called Nana. And then this one right here is called Micron, which is 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. And what's amazing about these is when they're fully grown, they form a perfect ball. We do not have to shape them at all. You can already see that this one, the Micron, is already doing it, and this one as well. It's on its way.
This is actually amazing to me, because so many times it's boxwood that I'm thinking of that is really difficult to keep in the shape that you want it to. You have to be like, you have to work like topiary style and all of that. So this turns into a perfect ball.
They just naturally form a perfect ball.
And it's native.
Yeah,
and my goodness. Yeah. So we have some Yaupon Holly types sitting there on the screen. We don't have a Pride of Houston with us today, but could you describe it for me?
Far too big to bring in. I thought I had a smaller one, and I did not. But it is a multi-trunking. It sort of comes up and forms like a nice almost umbrella. Red berries, evergreen, all of these are evergreen.
Okay.
But Pride of Houston is a classic one you see as a landscape ornamental tree around town. Very beautiful, very tough, can be grown sun, shade. All of these can be grown in the sun or shade. Mind you, if you grow these in the shade, they might be a little bit looser looking, might be a little bit leggy. So the more sunlight you give this plant, the more tight its form will be, the bushier it'll be.
Okay. And Is now an okay time to plant them?
Now is the perfect time to plant all of your shrubs and trees.
Oh, okay.
So long as they're not tropical, if they're native to Central Texas, you're going to be just fine, or even North Texas, you're going to be just fine. And anything up in that, Japanese maples, magnolias, anything like that, all your trees and shrubs, your fruit trees as well, so long as they're not tropical, you can put in the ground right now.
Okay, and is the reason because the soil has cooled down?
Soil has cooled down. They'll continue to grow roots throughout the winter. The temperatures aren't as hot, so it'll be easier for them to get established. And most of them go dormant, but you will be planting evergreens like these as well. They'll set
So
nice.
this truly is evergreen.
Truly is evergreen, yeah.
I was gonna say I hate to be like elementary about it, but like it will look like this year
It'll look
round.
like this all year round.
Okay, well, you've just changed my mind on what my front porch should look like. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're in our last minute here, so I want to make sure that I mention y'all's food drive,
Yes.
which is actually going on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone could come by, bring non-perishable food. We're also taking, just various supplies, diapers, things like that. Come drop them off to us. It ends on the 9th, so make sure you get in early. But it's been quite a success. We've had a lot of guests just bring us everything they've got, so we've been packing it all away, and we'll be shipping it off soon.
And where are we shipping it off to?
It's the Oak Hill. Sorry, I can't remember the name.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Food pantry or something
Yeah, I
like
think it's
that?
the Oak Hill Food Pantry.
Okay.
I'll have to double check on that.
Yeah, but all going to a good cause.
All going to a good cause.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. It's lovely to learn so many things and to learn a couple new words
Yeah,
today
absolutely.
from you. Oh, I appreciate it. Xander, thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank
your
you for having
time.
me.
Visit the Plant Pros in person on Bee Caves Road or check them out online, bartonspringsnursery.com.